Hello my loves, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today finally I have the time again to continue the series of 2023 predictions, and today we have the predictions for jhope. I know it's already the end of January, but we're gonna look at the overall energy of this year, what this year has in store for Hosok. We've got the oracles here to see the overall energy and basically the theme of the year for him, and then we are gonna have a close look at the quarters here. So we have 4 quarters. We also have some more tarot cards to clarify the overall energies of these quarters. So yeah, let's get started. I think the things that I have to mention is that I did the pre-reading meditation, and this is always the case with Hosok. I think because he's so in line with his own energy and he has his boundaries very clearly defined, so it's always really easy and quick to connect to him, but also you can only go so far. So the readings are always very concise, precise, or very kind of like short, but enough in details. Yeah, just so we have our expectations set right, we're gonna start with the oracles here. So let's have a look at the overall energy of 2023 for jhope Jung Hosok. The first card we have here is South Node Past, number 33. This is essentially a card that will talk about past connections, past life, the skills that we bring over to this life from the previous incarnations. If we do subscribe to that belief. When I saw this card coming out, I had the messages that 2023 is gonna bring Hosok the chances to reconnect with his past connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be from past lives, but from the past in these lives as well. And he will also be given the chances to go back to his past passions or hobbies or talents, or like the things that he might have been interested in when he was younger, apart from dancing and singing and being an artist. He might rediscover some talents, some hobbies, some relationships, connections with people, and that's what like the main energy of 2022 for Hosok. Somehow I do feel like potentially, because when we talk about past relationships, when they come up again, past relationship, no, past connection from past lives. Let me clarify. So when we talk about them, usually the most significant ones tend to repeat, tend to bring themselves back into our lives. So I do have a sense of the possibility there will be romantic connection, the kind of connections that would like when they meet also would feel like, oh, I have the feeling that I know this person before. Right. The next card we have here, You Are Never Alone. I mean, oh, and there's 2 autos here and they form the shape of a heart. I mean, this could mean 2 things. One, there's potentially a connection that will come back to us that brings a lot of familiarity, and reminds him of, gives him the feeling of, oh, I know this person before, I've been in this situation before. Potentially it could be a past connection from previous incarnations. And the second interpretation of this card could be that The second intuition of this card could be... Sorry, I had to stop filming because there was other people speaking. Hopefully that wasn't picked up too much on the camera. But I was saying that the second interpretation of this card could be that Hosok's spiritual team, the people that have been with him through different lives, different reincarnations, are always with him. So like he's been on this earth more than once. This is not his first life, and throughout all these lives he has made significant connections that these people are now might not be in physical form, but they're always with him in spirit, to support him, to guide him in the right direction, and to protect him. The funny thing is that when during my pre-reading meditation, I saw Hosok sitting in a chair, in an armchair, like in those movie. He's like the leader of some group, and there are people standing behind him. It's like they protect him. They would act upon his command. So this reminds me of that. And the second card we have here, ooh, Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. I see this. There's another theme. Well, no, this is the first one, but because I've already picked up on love, romantic connection. Of course, this card doesn't have to pretend only romantic love. It also talks about spiritual love that other people, the significant people in our lives, have for us. It doesn't have to be romantic. Also, because it's like love is all around. Again, go back to the interpretation that the significant connections that Hosok has made throughout his lifetimes are always with him, protect him, and surrounding him with love. And that's beautiful. And we have like 41, 42. That's, I don't know what am I trying to say with that, but they are the cards are next to each other in the deck. Okay, so the next card we have here is Gateway. Oh, we have Gateway and we have Past. I do have the feeling that this 2023 is a significant year energetically for Hosok to step into a new energetic level, to level up, because we usually have Gateway when we are in transition to improve our frequency, to raise our frequency. It's like we're leaving the past behind and we're walking into a brighter, better future. It's also giving me like, yeah, this is the start of something new, the start of a new chapter. I do feel like there's a lot of curiosity. So this year Hosok might try different things that he hasn't tried before, but with a lot of confidence. This also reminds me of how Hosok appeared in the Paris Fashion Week. So it's obviously something that he hasn't done before, but he was very, very, very confident. He earned the crown. And I bet that he had a lot of curiosity when he went into those events, but nonetheless, like, he was very confident, and he traded the ground lightly but surely. So that's like definitely the energy here. And the next card we have here, Fulfillment. I like this. It's just saying there's a lot of plans coming into fruition. The success being on the way in 2023 for Hosok. I do feel like he's gonna do a lot of like different projects, and all of them will bring, like, will reveal different aspect of himself. So the public is like slowly revealing different sides of him, different interests, different talents, different skills. So that's interesting. The next card we have here is light attracts light. Like attracts like. If you love more love, be more loving. Again, this gives me the feeling of being connected, or being reconnected with a kindred spirit, someone that also would realize that they've met before, they've connected before. Maybe someone from childhood, because we have a child here. But I do still stand by the idea that it is a past connection. And the last oracle card we have here, share your voice, come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. Yeah, this is the card that encouraged Hosok to share more about himself. Not only with his music, his dancing, but also using his influence to voice the things that matter to him. I think starting doing fashion show, or soon he will be announced the new ambassador of, I guess, Louis Vuitton. That was only like the small step in the grand scheme of him expressing himself, revealing himself to the world, and using his influence to speak up for the things that really matter to him. And I do feel it because he's an Aquarius. The things that matter to him will be something really like humanitarian, something that would have huge effect on other people, huge positive effect, of course, on other people, and will bring a lot of benefits and attention to a certain group of people. Right, let's have a look at the overall energy of the quarters of the year for Hoso. So the first quarter, which is January, February, March, we have the Temperance. I like this. This Temperance is a little bit different from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot Temperance. There's a lot going on here. Usually the Temperance is, resting, rejuvenating, restoring your energy. It usually has this tranquil, peaceful vibe. That is not lacking here, but there's a lot going on. There's lava, there is an erupting volcano. So I do feel like the first quarter 2023 is full of activities for Hosok. There's 3 streams here, so not only the fashion show thing, but there are 2 other major things going on as well, and they will soon get revealed. Oh, of course, his documentary, Jack in the Box. But I do feel like there's a lot of things simmering underneath the surface that will soon get revealed. There's just a lot of energy, but they are being paced out smoothly, gradually. Even though we have like a erupting volcano, but I do feel like with the flow of lava here, everything has been planned to be released at certain times, and they will be like gradual, if that's the word. Let's have a look at the tarot cards to see, like other tarot cards, to see if we have more explanation or clarification. The things I have to bring into notice here is that for clarification we have 2 cards in 3 out of 4 piles. The last one was we have 1 card, but on that card there I already know what the cards are. On the last card there are 2 thingy. So I do feel like there's a strong energy of at least like soulmate or mirroring energy, or like coupley energy. So there is potentially romantic connection, or like a really soul soulbound connection in 2023 for Hosok. Okay, let's have a look at the card. We have 9 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles. This is really nice. 8 and 9 next to each other. Yeah, again, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to harvest. There's a lot to put effort into. There's a lot to work on here. But slowly, gradually, and at a controlled pace. So there's no rushing. There's no surprise. There's no surprises. There's just like really peaceful and controlled and confident vibes going on here, which is like I really love. So that's what's going on in this quarter that we are currently in. There's a lot to expect from Hosok, but they are being like very well planned and executed. So for the second quarter, from April, May, June, we have look at the cards. The Lovers. I love it. I knew it would come out. I wasn't surprised at all when this one came out. There's just a lot of flowers here. Something's blooming. This gives me the fluttering feelings in the stomach, you know, like when something really nice and beautiful started. And it's leading up to have it. Ooh, we have a gateway, right? There's a gate here. There's a gate here. So yeah, Hosok's walking through the gate up the stairway to a pavilion. Oh, shit! I never noticed. There's someone waiting here. There's someone waiting on the pavilion. I don't know if that can be picked up. So his soulmate is waiting for him. Hosok's really close. That's beautiful. For clarification, we also have 2 cards, of course. I wasn't surprised at all. The Sun. And what do we always call Hosok? The Sun. And the Queen of Wands. This is a lot of fire energy, a lot of passion, affection, physical attraction, a lot of actions as well. I'm just like hearing fire crackling, like, you know, like the firewoods, they crackle when the fire is so big, it's burning so bright. Oh god, it's getting hot. But the Queen of Wands, she's amazing. And I do pick up that Hobby's counterpart is a feminine. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean a woman, but I do pick up on a lot of feminine energy, and could 60% be a woman. And she's amazing. A woman, if she's a woman, she also has a lot of strong and healthy masculine energy, because she's the Queen of Wands. Someone who's very passionate, potentially working in art industry, very good with her craft. Ooh, maybe someone who makes things with their hands, like handicraft kind of thing, like sculptural, is that a word? Or like, I don't know, weaver, crocheter. Ooh, a chef. No, I don't feel like a chef. maybe a painter, but paint with their actual hand, not with tools. Something quite niche. But she's I'm saying she because a lot of feminine here, but this person is beautiful, like the physique is beautiful. And they are very, very passionate with what they do. They're very good at it, very niche. They have a special talent that draw people in. Also the sun, like this reunion, this connection will make both of them really, really happy. And it might be spotted in the spotlight as well, but that's not something unhealthy or threatening to both of them. It just makes it even better. Or they shine their light on each other, and they ignite each other, and they light each other up, and they also like their connection is just glowing. If that makes sense. Ooh, this is a lot of strong energy. So April to June. Interesting. Also, the Lovers ruled by Gemini, and that's in June as well. And the next quarter, the third quarter, we have the Tower. And to clarify the Tower, we have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So there might be some conflict, or things are going a little bit too fast, too soon for Ozok. I do feel like this is both work and personal connection, personal relationship. There's a lot on his plate, and he has to spread. He would have to spread himself a little bit too thin. And then with the Seven of Swords, also would have to reassess his priorities to cleanse out some of the things, projects, people who are no longer in alignment with his future purposes, if that makes sense. Also the Tower. Usually the Tower has the meaning of, like, you know, sudden changes, unexpected changes, but these people, they already fled the Tower, so they knew that this was coming. So I do think that with the situation here, where Hosok has to reassess his priority, he knows that, he anticipates that. He probably knows that once he started a serious connection with someone, or once he started experimenting, discovering different paths, different aspects of his career, there will be something that needs to be cleansed out to make space for new things, better things, and things that are more in alignment with the new version of himself. So that makes sense. I think he's prepared for it. He anticipates that. So there's nothing to worry about this Tower moment. And I do think that because the Knight of Wands here, he's not stressed at all. So Hosok, it is totally Hosok's vibe. Like, he knows what's going on and he knows what to do. He's in a very, very good state of mind. And to be honest, I admire Hosok a lot for his mental strength and for everything that he has displayed so far. I really respect him a lot. And I wish myself and a lot of other people could be like him, owning his energy and knowing what to do, what's the best in this situation. And always, he's the one of the very few people I know that actually listen to his heart, his passion, his intuition, his inner voice. Okay, let me rearrange this a little bit so we have more space. I don't know if you're gonna see the last card, but in the last quarter of the year, so from October to December, we have the Devil. This somehow just screams to me Chinatown in a West Coast city in America. I have no idea. I'm so bad at geography. I don't know anything about America, So I don't know which city that would be, but maybe that's significant in the last year. Maybe he also would have another show or another performance there, or he would go there for a holiday. The devil is temptation, and though it never gives me a city where it rains a lot. Also remind me of Tokyo, but yeah. So I don't know, this devil card doesn't give me the normal devil cards vibes. It should. Ooh, I'm hearing jazz. Hosok and jazz. That would be interesting. Maybe he would experiment something like that. And because that's something, maybe he will like put some of his twist into jazz, and it would be something that provoke some people, you know. And maybe that's what the devil is speaking about, because he's challenging the status quo, or he's challenging something that has been there all along. He has this temptation or this calling of making some change that could, I don't know, bring out the bad sides of some people. I have no idea, but that's what this card is giving me. But the last card here to clarify this, we have Six of Swords, and this is two things that I talked about. Two butterfly. Butterflies also signify, you know, spiritual connections, soulmates. So again, we have the lovers going on here, the lovers energy, the soulmate energy. But this is a sort of telling me like Hosok. Oh, okay, because we have the devil. We're talking about temptation. We're talking about a lot of red. So maybe he would do something with his new connection, and I don't know if it's gonna be romantic or not, or if it's gonna be published as a romantic connection. But I do see they do something together here, and it could potentially be a public thing, like a project working on together. And they're just like riding above the danger here. So whatever malicious intention people who have provoked by the type of situation that I mentioned before here, whatever malicious attentions they could have directed at Hosok and his partner, the person that he's gonna collaborate with, or the person that is connected in all this, they writing about it, and that could not harm them, and they were just having their fun, and they will find their purpose, or they will find what they're looking for, because they listen to their intuition and they trust each other. I don't know where that came from, but okay, that's what I got. It's quite random, but yeah, I think like throughout the year, throughout 2020, what we see the most here is love, and a lot of different not even side projects. Side project is not a justifiable word for this situation. A lot of new things that Hosok's gonna try. Okay, I was shuffling this last deck to just see what's the last messages we have for 2023 for Hosok. This is amazing. They dropped, I did not pick them. We have emotion, of course, because we were talking about the lovers. Like potential very significant connection. We have Cancer, which is the end of June and the beginning of July, so I think that's a significant period 4th of, ooh, the 4th of July, and we did mention America, but that's the end of the year. The when I hear 4th of July, I always remember that song Fireworks by Katy Perry, and I did hear like fire crackling in this Queen of Wands in the Sun card, so that's funny. And the last card we have here, cleansing. Yes, because we have the 7 of Swords and the 9 of Wands situation where Hozak has to reassess his priorities and cleanse out whatever is not serving him, whoever is not aligning with him. So yeah, I think that's really cool. And wait, isn't this, what sign is this? I think this is Gemini, no? So we have another Gemini. So it's another Lovers. There's another June. 25th of June. 25th of June is actually Cancer. But okay. Yeah, I think that's all that I have for 2023 for Hozak. A lot of things to look forward to. I think soon we're gonna have his birthday reading, so I guess we're gonna have a bit more to look into in that reading. But anyway, thank you so much for being with me up until this point, and yeah, please stay safe, stay healthy, positive wherever you are, and I'll come back in another reading soon. Take care.